Hey guys, long time no talk. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the first day that I worked, well, I worked less. I worked like 11 hours and not 12. It's also Monday, so I had the weekend to somewhat recover. So I am here to probably mass film a whole bunch of videos for you, so excuse me looking exactly the same for probably the next at least 2 to 3 videos that you see from me. I just figured I would take advantage of it while I have the time and the energy to finally get all the videos up for you guys that I meant to do like 3 weeks ago, like wrap-ups, book hauls, unboxings. I'm probably missing some. I can't even remember right now. So I'm gonna start with a haul because those are kind of the easiest to film and to get me back into the swing of things. I also have a little bit of an unboxing because I actually just got my Uppercase today, so I figured today is a good day to just lump that into this video, so let's get into the books. I'm gonna start with my Uppercase unboxing because I just got home, got this in the mail, and was really excited. I saw that they sent these out early this month because I think they're going to Y'allfest, and I am pretty stoked to have an unboxing already for you guys. So I actually haven't looked at like Instagram or anything, so this hasn't been spoiled for me yet, but I do know that it is not the Owlcrate book this month, which is like awesome. That's great. It's good news for me. Let's open this. Now I still only get the book only option, so this is not going to be nearly as exciting as like my previous Uppercase unboxings just because it's what I can afford right now, and I'm still getting a brand new book that's signed and extra goodies and stuff, so for now I'm going to stick with this, but there is an extra, ooh, this is exciting. There's a first look thing for Carve the Mark, new Veronica Roth book that is coming out. I believe this is coming out in January. This is just one of those little like teaser things, which I don't know how I feel about these because every time I find them or I get them, all I want to do is keep reading. So this is, okay, this is kind of weird. It's chapter 7. It's not the first chapter. Isn't that going to be spoilery? That's kind of strange. But it's like 10 pages of chapter 7. You know, why not? And then the last thing in here is the book, and I already know what it is. I'm so excited. Oh, this is a book that I really wanted. So we have our little bookmark thing that gives us all the codes for all of the exclusive content. And the book is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I really wanted to read this because I loved everything. And I love this cover. Oh, it feels cool. It's like the words are kind of sunken into this like explosion. It feels neat. Everything was phenomenal. I was one of those people, I totally rode that hype wagon all the way into town and I loved it. And I have been really wanting to read this book, but I haven't wanted to buy it because I'm broke right now, so this is very exciting. I believe this is just another contemporary by her that has to deal, I believe, with a girl being deported back to the Dominican, I think? Jamaica. She's being deported back to Jamaica, and there's a guy that she meets, like, on her last day, and I'm assuming a romance is gonna bloom. Also, these are always signed, thank you, Uppercase. But look at the... oh, her signature's really cute. It says you're also a star. Oh, that's really cute. I really like when they add a little something and it's not just like their name scribbled. So this is the Uppercase book. And with it, we also get a little temporary tattoo type decal thing that says, "Love always changes everything," except it's backwards, because, you know, temporary tattoos. And the little note that's handwritten from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. That's the Uppercase box this month. Now, getting into all of the books that I accumulated, this is going to not necessarily be just October. This is also going to be probably somewhat of this month. Obviously, you just saw the Uppercase, but I don't remember what order I got these in or where all of them came from. This is just kind of in what's like accumulating on my shelf. Most of these are either review books or books that I just kind of happened across. So the first two books, I know where I got them. I ordered them because I was so dang excited, but I finally got The Midnight Star by Marie Lu. This is the final book in the Young Elite series, which if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that I am like obsessed with this series. I think it is so good. I know a lot of people don't necessarily click with it, but I just love the anti-hero concept, and I just love reading about really dark characters. And this series is just so good. It's just so good. I love it. So I can't wait to read this. Also, it's beautiful. Along with that, I kind of caved and finally got the book that I've been wanting to get for so long. I had a coupon that I needed to like get to a certain price to use. So this was my excuse on getting this book. But I finally got Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I have been wanting this so badly. This is one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and all I've heard is amazing stuff. Like, people that I really trust their reviews just think this is amazing, and it just seems right up my alley. It's a high fantasy series. It's actually an adult series, and Jay Kristoff is such a unique author, and I'm just so excited. I believe this has to do with a girl who is trying to, like, avenge her father's death because he was part of, like, some political group. I don't know. I'm making this up. But she ends up with a group of assassins to train to be an assassin, and she can speak with shadows? Spirits. Shadows. I think it's shadows. I don't know. I've just seen awesome stuff about it. The quotes that I've seen from it have been so good and gripping, so I finally caved and I bought it. These next two books I picked up at the Salvation Army. I just happened to be there because it was a Pokestop. So you know how that went. I am indeed one of the very few people who are still playing Pokemon Go, mainly whenever I'm out. But I finally found a copy of the Silmarillion in the form that I have the rest of the Lord of the Rings series. If you ever see this version of the Two Towers, let me know where to get it, because for some reason my copy has gone missing, but I didn't know that the Silmarillion came out in this version, and I just really like these covers. And it was 50 cents, so you know I had to buy it. I also picked up a copy of A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray because I have yet to read the series, and I think it's the last of the Libba Bray books that I haven't read. And again, it was 50 cents, so you better believe I bought it. It's also in like perfect condition for being a Salvation Army book, so that was $1 well spent on those two books. And then I went to Ollie's. I believe this is where I got this book from. But I picked up The Princess of Thorns, and this is by Stacey J. And I had never heard of this book. It may be terrible, I have no idea, but it was like $1.99, so I couldn't not get it. But I believe this is actually a Sleeping Beauty retelling, I think, which is not a fairy tale that I have seen many retellings for. Even though I'm a little over the retelling thing, this just seems really good. It's a high fantasy YA Sleeping Beauty retelling, so, you know, why not? They also had a copy of Gathering Darkness. This is the Fallen Kingdoms book 3 by Morgan Rhodes in hardcover for $1.99, so you better believe that I bought it. I was also contacted by an author to see if I want to review one of his books, and this just seemed like a very cool experience. I'm not sure if it's going to be the type of book that I necessarily go for, but his pitch was pretty impressive, mainly because he does weekly podcasts where they release chapters in audiobook form with like a cast of characters who reads it, which is very appealing to me. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I am pretty into people who actually put that much effort into producing and releasing their books. So he sent me the book in the series that he thinks that I would like the most, and that is called Tiger's Eye, and this is by Alexander Shaw. This is just kind of like it reminds me somewhat of like a Terry Pratchett type book. This is set on an alternate Earth where great cats evolved to be the dominant species over humans, and it's about a hunter or a warrior character who discovers a human child, and I believe it's their relationship evolving and kind of navigating this world. There's illustrations throughout the book, and it just sounds kind of really intriguing. So he sent me a physical copy and a link to the audio version, which I'm kind of really intrigued for. So I will let you guys know what I think of this. I also got 2 copies of Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter in my Owlcrate and Uppercase box last month, so I figured I would throw this in because I want to know if any of you guys have read this yet, because I really want to pick it up soon and I want to know what you guys think of it. And the last 4 books are all from Sky Pony Press, so thank you Sky Pony Press for sending them to me, but they are all review books that I requested from them or that they sent to me. And the first one is a hard copy of Fear the Drowning Deep by Sarah Glenn Marsh. You guys know that I raved about this in my review and my wrap-up, and I just thought that it was so good. This was the, like, dark, kind of mythical fairy tale type thing set in kind of an ancient Irish Countryside that I just loved and I adored, and I'm so excited to have a physical copy of it. Along with that, they sent The Haunted House Project, and this is by Tricia Clayson. This is a middle grade book that I think is going to be a very heart-wrenching and heartwarming tale. I believe it's about a family where the mother passes away and the daughter, I believe she's probably like 10 or 11 or 12, somewhere around there, middle grade age. She is just not happy with the fact that nobody is really grieving with her. They seem to have just kind of swept it under the rug, and that's how they're dealing with it. And so she kind of wants people to deal with it, and she wants to talk about it. So she kind of takes it upon herself to act like her mom is haunting their house and kind of tries to set it up that way, which sounds kind of messed up now that I'm saying it, but I think it's going to be kind of a good coming-of-age grieving tale that I think will be really heartwarming. And the last two books that I have here for review are ones that I was probably like the most excited about for requesting. The first one being Black Flowers, White Lies, and this is by Yvonne Ventresca, and this just sounds really dark and gritty, but really good. Also, look at that cover. That is a good cover. But this is about a girl where her father died before she was even born, but she believes that her mother is lying about how he died. She was told that he died in a car accident, but she discovers that he was actually in a psychiatric ward prior to his death. And she also thinks that they have this supernatural connection, that they can kind of communicate beyond the grave. And then kind of mysterious things start happening, like a handprint that's on his gravestone appears at her house. And there's obviously teen drama that's happening, like her boyfriend might have something to do with these supernatural events. And there is like a daughter of the superintendent at school who is kind of going through a similar grieving process. And there's just kind of a lot of things going on in this, but it just sounds very dark and gritty, and I could not be more excited about it. And this last book is probably the one that I am the most excited about reading, and it literally just came today, and I'm so excited for it, and that is Timekeeper, and this is by Tara Sim, and it sounds so good. You guys know that I've been on like a steampunk kick lately, and there hasn't been much new released in the steampunk genre, and this just showed up at my doorstep. I believe this just came out or is coming out within the next week or two, if you guys want to get your hands on it. But this is set in a alternate Victorian London where clocks can pretty much control time. That sounded dumb and redundant, but like a broken clock can stop time, a destroyed clock can literally end time. So obviously you want to protect the clock. So this is following a young mechanic who can work on these clocks and potentially save time. Literally. Not only is that very appealing and the whole like clockwork and steampunk vibe, I know that this already is kind of on the tables for some awards and that it has a main focus of an LGBTQ plus relationship in it, so I am all about that diversity in steampunk. That just sounds great to me, so super excited. Also, Victoria Schwab blurbed this on the cover, saying, an extraordinary debut, at once familiar and utterly original. So, I'm sold. I'm so sold. Also, it's got a pretty gold spine, so I am so excited to read this. So that is everything that I got in the past, like, month and a half, I guess. It's pretty much up until now. Let me know what you guys are reading, or if you guys have gotten anything really exciting recently, and I will live vicariously through you. And that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys are reading some amazing books, and I'll see you guys next time.